1, 2, 3. Woo! What's going on, guys? My name is James, or ThnxCya, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod spotlight. And today we are going to be taking a look at the fantastic iPad mod. So yeah, this is actually also called the HoonPad mod, but it's kind of like an iPad, and it's also kind of pretty awesome. Let me just change it to daytime. But yeah, just before we start this, I actually did one mod which was a little bit similar many moons ago on the channel, and it was called the iPod mod. And basically, if you caught that video, it was kind of like this sort of media interface style thing that you could use, and basically you could use this in survival mode as well as creative. It's kind of like a survival mode mod, really, and it kind of enables you to do certain things using certain shortcuts through this sort of interface, and that was called the iPod mod. Well, this is like an iPad mod, so it has a few different ones that I've not actually seen before, and I think it's more updated and stuff, so yeah, it's a pretty damn awesome mod. But anyway, right, so as you may have guessed, there's only actually one craft in this entire mod, and it of course is the HoonPad, which is it's an iPad. It's like a it's an iPad. So yeah, the crafting recipe is obsidian around the side like so. We've got a glass pane in the middle, we've got 2 pieces of redstone on the top either side, and then a nice diamond in the middle, and then that will give you the HoonPad. So this is, I think, primarily a survival tool. However, once you do get it, it will give you some of the benefits of playing creative without playing creative, if that makes sense. So yeah, as you can see in my hand, it looks a lot like an iPad. Funny that. And it looks pretty awesome there, like so. As you can see, it's pretty awesome. But yeah, what this does is it's a right-clickable item, like so, boom. And then this is basically your iPad interface. So these are your apps, and each of these do certain things depending on what you want them to do. So, obviously settings is the first one. This is just, forget about that. The second one is customize. So this is just basically customizing your actual pad itself. So you can choose to change the color or the case of your actual interface. So you can change the green and blue and whatever you want, really, but for now I'm just going to stick to black. Alright, so the first thing that you actually do, which actually sort of affects you, is the world option. Now, a lot of people actually say, when I do these videos, they're like, James, what is this thing that you use around the side? Well, this, I'm sure some of you guys know, is too many items, and what this enables me to do as someone who does like videos is to change, the days and the nights, and to set the times right, and then to change between creative and survival and all that jazz, and get every single item that I want. If I'm not in, the creative inventory, or if I am, or blah 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 blah. It's basically just a tool to help me make the videos. But yeah, if you don't want to have access to all of the items, however, you would actually like to change the time and the date and stuff very, very quickly, you can use this. So for example, here's the toggle downfall button. This will change it from raining to not raining. And then you have obviously time day, you have time night. So as soon as you click time night, and you can click the 0, there we go, it will change it into night for you. So it's kind of, oh god, it's raining. Shouldn't have done that. Let me get rid of that. You gonna stop? Please. Please. Yeah! So it's kind of just a way of avoiding these shortcuts in terms of typing. You can set your time, you can set your date, you can set if it's light or dark or all that jazz. And you can also move the time on specific increments, so you can do it, like kind of like 1 hour every time, I guess, which is a nice little feature, and it's kind of a way to control the way your world works. Alright, so moving on, the next one is quite a destructive one, and it's called Creeper. So, I don't know if this works in multiplayer or not. I'm not 100% sure of that. I'm going to double check on the forum page, but what this actually does do is it enables you to blow up massive holes. Not just any holes, because they can be holes of your choosing. So, for example here, this is kind of like the standard dimension that it comes with. So if you click on explode and exit the app, it explodes. So this is kind of just a normal size hole, but it doesn't stop there, because let's move to somewhere with a bit more land. Let's do it right in the middle of the desert here. Right, so if I go onto here, and then I can now edit the size of the explosion that I want. As well as that, I can also change the depth, I can change the height, I can change the width using the X, Y, and Z axis. And yeah, it's really, really cool. So I'm going to change the explosion size to like 20, and then I'm going to go add some numbers. And then if I click on explode and I exit the app, oh Okay, yeah. As you can see, you can make really, really awesome, huge explosions using this iPad. So yeah, you can have as much fun with this as you want. Obviously, it's kind of like a creative thing. It's kind of like a survival thing, sorry, but you can blow up massive holes. So if you did want to ruin everything, you could use this and just have fun with it. And yeah, kind of cool. Nonetheless, I'll do one more because I like blowing stuff up. Look at you, I'm gonna blow you up. I've caught myself a skeleton. Right. What a silly sausage. You should not be in there, sir, because we're gonna blow you up with 11 times explosion. Bang! Oh god, it came behind me. Okay, so as you can see, very, very cool. Right, so the next one we're going to take a look at here is the rocket. Now, this is one of the ones that I've not actually seen before. I think it's pretty damn cool, because what it does is it basically makes you a rocket, if that makes any sense. So once again, it's really, really customizable. You can change the explosion size, and you can also change the height as to, you know, how high you're going to go. So it's going to effectively launch you as a rocket. So we're going to choose the explosion size as like 6, and we're going to choose the height to like 25, and we're going to click on launch, and as soon as you exit, boom. As you can see, it launches you like super, super high into the world, and hopefully you'll start falling down again. Am I really that high up? Oh, I'm still falling. Yeah, I maybe picked a slightly too high, but as you can see, boom. That was really, really cool. Yeah, I'm going to do that again. That was awesome. I'm probably not going to go slightly as high. We'll do that for now. Boom! There you go. See, as you can see, you can get a really awesome view of your Minecraft world. And it's kind of fun just to kind of go up in the sky. It also makes a little hole there, as you can see, where it's blown up. I don't know where that first one was, though. Ah, there. Yes, I did make quite a big hole. Oops. I was like, oh, I don't think it's made a hole. Yes, it has. It's made a really big one. But yeah, it's kind of cool. So it basically launches yourself as a rocket. So as well as making a massive sort of crater, it will launch you up as high as you like. And yeah, it's just a bit of fun, really. I think that's kind of cool. All right, the next one is player. Now we have transform into butter. So someone is a Skydoes Minecraft fan. So if we do that, what does that actually do? Oh. Okay, so it transfers whatever item you have in your hand into a gold ingot. Now, what I've done there is if I was in survival mode, I would have changed my very expensive iPad for 1 bar of gold, which wouldn't have been great. But, yeah, you live, you learn. So don't do that. That's quite trolly. The next one we have is a secret message. Now, unfortunately, I'm not added on this. Basically, the mod maker has made, like, secret messages to his favorite YouTubers so that if they review the mod, something will pop up. I don't get that, so I can't really show you that. And then the final one is suicide. I don't think this works, does it? No. ThnxCya took a capsule of cyanide, which apparently does nothing. Soz. So yeah, he hasn't quite added that particular element into this iPad. Right, the next one here is movie. Now, this is still work in progress, but basically he's added like a little clip here of him punching a creeper. I don't know what's going to happen in here just yet, but yeah, it's very early stages development for this particular aspect and this particular app. But yeah, they're going to be like little stop motion animations and things in here, which I think is kind of cool. It's something very different indeed. Right. So, moving on to the very, very survivally aspect of this, we actually have like an instant house builder. So this is perfect if you're someone who loves exploring, but then when it gets night, you're like, oh god, this thing's around, and you need a place to stay. So, what you can do is you can actually generate instant houses and structures using this app. So, instant house, right, and it charges itself up with like energy. So, as you can see, it's 20, 40, and 60. You need that amount of energy to kind of like, you know, make it. So, yeah. Tier 1 house is tiny, and it's really, really little. It puts you inside it most of the time. And I'm going to have to break this, unfortunately. But, yeah, it's like a little... Oh, I'll put it back, actually. There we go. So that's your Tier 1 house. It's a very, very basic structural survival base. Very, very, very basic indeed. Just a bit of dirt, a bit of a torch to keep you safe from stuff. So Tier 2 is... let's go to Tier 2. Boom. Like so. So this is the Tier 2 house. So this is still kind of a little bit little, but it will keep you safe from things that will come and attack you. I'm going to break through the side of this here, and I'm going to replace that to kind of show you what it's all about. There we go. So this is the little tier 2 house. It's very, very basic, but it's somewhere to stay. For shelter, you've got a light source there, and, you know, it's kind of like a little hut, little shack, really. But, yeah, the level 3 one, once again, is kind of, it's fairly basic, but my voice went really high then. It's fairly basic. It's fairly basic, but it will sort of act as a bit of a house. There's no roof on this one, though, which is kind of weird. I suppose that doesn't really matter, though, does it? I guess not. Unless things are jumping from, like, cliffs, but I don't think that would happen. You've got to place it well. But yeah, this is, like, your sort of third randomly generating structure. So, obviously, if you've got yourself a bed, you can just stick it down in here, you can sleep the night, and then if you're moving away somewhere else, you can be like, screw you, house, take your bed, move back over here, instant house, build another one, now, and then you can live in this one as well. So, yeah, kind of cool. Really, really nice little feature. Right. Moving on. Oh, do you know what I'd love to see with this? The instant house, I'd love it to be kind of related to the amount of experience you get. So when you get more experience, you get more energy, which means you can build a higher tier of house. Maybe that's a cool idea. Maybe it's rubbish. I don't know. You tell me. Okay, so this was brain teaser, which, oh my god, epileptics. Don't look now. That was horrible. I think that might be slightly buggy. Yes, I apologize if you have epilepsy or something. That was not intended. But yeah, the next one is this one, which is XP. So this is just an XP adder. Basically, it's a quick way of adding yourself XP. So current XP 100, and then it will kind of. Oh, I'm not actually in survival mode. Add. There you go. So as you can see, I've got 100 XP on the bar, which means I can indefinitely enchant awesome weapons. That's the only kind of like really, really, really cheesy one, I think. But ow, the hell! I just jumped off like one block. Oh. Witchcraft. And yeah, that's the only really, really cheaty one. And then finally, the about is the HoonPad, or the iPad, was created independently by user HoonTolo. Currently, the HoonPad mod is server compatible, but it's a bit buggy in multiplayer. Oh, so there's the answer. You could use this in a server to blow up your friends, but yeah, it's a little bit buggy. So code to the Java, because creating mods with the graphical mods, blah, 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 blah. Enjoy. So yeah, that's kind of it for this mod. So basically, it's just like a little survival mode interface iPad thingy. So it's got some really, really nice unique features. I love the rocket jump. I really, really like the little instant house. That's going to be very useful if you're exploring and have got nowhere to sleep. And I also really, really like the creeper thing. I just quite like blowing stuff up. Who doesn't? But yeah, that's kind of it for this mod spotlight. So I do hope you enjoyed it. Incidentally, if this is the first time you've seen any of my stuff, my name is James, or ThnxCya, and if you'd like to see some more, please consider subscribing to my channel or checking out some more of my content. And if you do, I really hope you enjoyed it. Also, if you enjoyed this video and like Apple iPads and stuff, then please leave a like. It would be really, really appreciated by me. But until next time, thank you once again for watching. It has been a pleasure. Look at this chicken. As always, thanks, and see ya.